This segment is sponsored by Holiday Barn Pet Resorts.
Well, it doesn't have to be a holiday for you. Is that right? You think we can go other times of year? It doesn't have to be a holiday to take your four-legged friend to Holiday Barn Pet Resorts for them to enjoy a special experience, including a professional dog grooming session. Michael Hughes, owner of Holiday Barn Pet Resorts, is back with us, along with his assistant and very vocal four-legged friend. This is Whitman Lieber. It's nice to see you guys. Thanks for being here.
It's good to see you. Thank you for having us.
Well, I think Whitman is pretty much saying it all in terms of his beautiful cut and what he was just sharing with us. But
absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a holiday to visit Holiday Barn.
No, and grooming can happen anytime, 7 days a week with us. It's good to have your dog on a normal schedule, as grooming is an important thing, not just to make them look handsome or pretty, but we're also inspecting the health of the dog, looking at their coat, looking at obviously their skin, and then also checking them for any other underlying things that could be occurring.
It's a great thing to do because while we talked earlier about being time-starved, while you think you're on a schedule, I mean, regular grooming needs to happen how often?
It depends on the breed. If you've got a shorter coat dog, you could go maybe every 8 or 10 weeks, maybe 12. With a longer coat dog on the actual haircut side, probably every 4 to 6 weeks. But with a dog like Whitman, you should almost be brushing them daily because the hair is very fine. It can mat. As the dog sheds, that coat is coming out and can create little knots. And so you want to make sure that condition doesn't occur, because as matting occurs, it typically will happen in places like behind their ears or behind the hocks of the legs. And especially if the dog is outside in a wet environment, it can cause moisture to stay there and cause some infections or some pretty bad skin problems.
And why many of us think, well, I'm doing grooming at home, or I can just bathe the dog, or but why is it so important to work with a professional groomer?
Because of the training that they have and the experience, also what they're looking for with the dog as far as teeth. We can spot sometimes things that may be occurring as far as lumps and bumps, maybe some masses or tumors that might be occurring, and also we're set up for it. We have all of the proper temperature for water, the show quality shampoos, all the things that are just right for the dog to have a good experience.
And this is just another facet of the whole experience that you have at Holiday Barn Pet Resorts. Of course, we know you well for taking care of our four-legged friends, maybe while we're on vacation or out of town. Also, we've talked before about training. Grooming is just as important, and those regular appointments are available all year long.
Yeah, absolutely. And grooming is very important. It's been part of our business for 46 years. It's one of the initial services that my parents developed when we developed this business. But yeah, it's about health. It's also about socialization. All dogs need to go out and experience the rest of the world.
See? There's a lot to learn.
I think Whitman needs to go and experience more of the world right now, at least the studio.
That's right. Well, there's a lot to see here, Whitman, that's for sure.
Yeah, but grooming is an important part of it.
When you are considering grooming and regular grooming, what's most important about getting your four-legged friend ready for that appointment? Maybe there's some anxieties. Maybe they're super excited about it. What things should we consider?
Socialization for any dog is an important thing, so that they're used to being with people, used to being handled. You want to be able to touch their feet and put your hands in their mouth and things like that. But also obedience is an important thing. If you think about the relationship that your dog would have with the groomer, if they are having to either protect themselves or try to make sure the dog isn't overly anxious or aggressive, they're not really going to be focusing as much as they can on the quality of the product that they want or the way that you want your dog to look. Because if they're having to be in a protective or defensive mode. But for your dog, it's just unnecessary anxiety that's not good for their bodies, and it's a stressor. So the more you can socialize them and the more you can get people to put their hands on them, the better they're going to be.
And you're seeing some of that Holiday Barn Pet Resort training in action, because Whitman's mama is right across the studio, and I keep hearing, And did you see Whitman's hat right down?
That's right.
So this is good.
We're getting there.
We're
Yeah.
wrapping up, but you provide ear cleaning, trimming, and bathing, right? It all happens there, Whitman.
Fun service is the itchy scratchy. So if a dog has an itchy skin, the fresh as a daisy. We have the sweetie pie, and we have the true colors, so that if you have a dog that has a really white coat, we can bring more of that out. Or if your dog has a coppery color, we can make that shine as well.
I think, see, I visited Holiday Barn Pet Resorts, and it looks like a resort. Plus, now with all these spa services, I just want to go there and, you know, call it home for a little while. Thanks for being with us, Michael.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Going to share some information. Holiday Barn Pet Resorts have 2 Richmond area locations, 3800 Mountain Road in Glen Allen. Give them a call, 804-672-2200. You can also visit south of the James, 614 Johnston Willis Drive. The number there, 804-794-5400. Check out the website, holidaybarn.com, and find them on social media at facebook.com/holiday.